And I hope everyone understands what is expected in the next week from your side. And everything was clearly explained yesterday, I think. So please, my suggestion would be please follow that. And if you have any problems, questions, so please let me know. Any of your colleagues or friends that you know them that they don't understand how to do that, so just ask them to ping me, and I will provide them further instructions. I'll just share my screen and tell you what is required. Mm. This is the notebook that we have done, the EDA notebook, Exploratory Data Analytics. So we step by step concluded that, and this was the last chart that yesterday we discussed. This is just a facet chart. It brings several charts into one plot. So we discussed all these things yesterday till the end. I will be providing you with this notebook during the week, and also with an additional notes to each these visualizations. My suggestion would be for you to go through all those visualizations and read it properly, the report which I'm going to present to you. Why? Because this now you have done the visualization part. So you provided all these visuals. The second main point, which we first did, if you remember, 𝗗𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, that part is actually remained in this report. For all these visuals, you have to provide interpretations. So what does it mean? One interpretation is from knowledge point of view. So what type of knowledge and information we extracted from this data set. And then at the end, it's called recommendations, or maybe just insights, or whatever that you are calling it. And that will be part of wisdom, how we are going to apply wisdom on this data set, on all these visuals. So we generated lots of visuals. So now what next? So this is not the job of data analyst, that it's not concluded to generate visuals. Visuals have been generated, but now next what? What to do with all those visuals? So you will be providing knowledge, information, knowledge, and wisdom based on that hierarchy. So there will be a report to this EDA notebook. So please read that report properly and understand that each visual, how it has been interpreted. And understand properly how you should extract knowledge, information, and also the wisdom from, and based on this data, how to make a proper decision and do some recommendations. When I uploaded that during the week, hopefully we will not come back to our data visualization model. During the week, I will be sending you a short video through Classroom. I will record it myself and will send it to you. You will just follow those steps in the video. That will show you how to upload this notebook and that report to your GitHub profiles, because that's very important. You have to build your portfolio, and that portfolio should be standardized. So then I will demonstrate you how to upload the report and also this EDA into your GitHub profile. And hopefully, if time remains, I will show you how to link it with your LinkedIn profile as well. So then please do it, and I will send a separate video on that. Today we will be proceeding with the Tableau software. I don't know, can you see my screen? No, I have to, I think.
Yes, we can see, sir.
No, you cannot see my Tableau screen.
Oh, yeah.
Reshare my screen, my whole screen. I have to reshare it. Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Good. This is how, whenever you're clicking on Tableau, so this new file, this is the main screen which starts and happening in the main. So we will be, what is here expected? I know that we don't have the paid one. We have the free trial public Tableau one. There are some videos, data sets that you can explore from the Tableau site. And this is called connect. Connect to a file. Microsoft Excel text file. What's text file? CSV that we worked with that's called text file. A JSON file, a Microsoft Access, a PDF file, spatial file. Spatial file is a file which is having coordinates, geolocations, and any statistical file, maybe from SPSS and any other software. So, and this is how you can connect locally. And this is also, you can connect to other servers. So if you have the name of servers, so you can just Google Drive, OData, Web Data Connectors. Those are all servers that you can connect with that. Let's see. I have downloaded a sample data set. This is just, let's first of all see what is this sample data set looks like. I will just open it in Excel. And you will see how it will look like in Excel. Then, because you have to have proper understanding before. So look at my computer. See, it's not opening it properly. I really don't know in which software it will open it, either in Excel or in this. Let's open it in this one. However, this file, if when it's going to be open this file, you will see that this file will be having separate sheets. And whenever you are importing that file into Tableau, you will be having accordingly different sheets identified. And so I think something is happening right now. And please accept my apologies because my computer is not working properly in these days. I really don't know. But it is all the time the same thing. This is why whenever you're opening a very large data set in a file like Excel, so it will take time, and this is how. So look at this data set. It has orders, returns, and people, different sheets, okay? And thousands of, look at this. Right now I'm at 6,972 row, and it has thousands of rows. So it will take a huge amount of time. If you open such a file, see, within Excel, it took me how much time? But look at this now. It is the same machine, yeah? Same machine, like I'm using that. And you will just select that same file and all the sheets will be opened automatically in Tableau. And this is the screen of Tableau. So first of all, these are three sheets there, see? Orders, if you just click on orders, drag the table, the orders here, so it will start loading the data, and then you will see what is there actually. Look at this is the orders sheet. It has 21 fields. What is 21 fields? In Python we had columns, yeah? Or features, for example. It has 21 fields. These columns they're calling it fields. So it has 21 columns and 9,994 rows, so data points. This is how this table look like. Look at this now a bit. This is row ID, yeah? So ID for each row. This is order ID. So we have order. This is order date. So this is a sales data set. So it shows the date that this order happened. This is the shipment date. Okay, you received in a shop on this date the order, and then you shipped on this date. Ship mode, which type of mode of the shipment was. So it says second clause, standard clause, customer ID, who was the customer. So all these things you can see all these rows, and it shows a sample of data set here to you. Who was the customer name, segment, country, city, to which state you posted the product. Product ID, what was the product? What was the category of product? What was the subcategory? Product name, what was the product name that you have shipped to that specific guy? And how much was the sales, how much the quantity, how much discount, and how much the profit. So this is a full data set, data view of this property. Now look at the order date. Yeah, if you just click on this, look at this. From this point, you can create multiple calculated values, calculated fields. The most important point, calculated fields here as well. One more thing. Do you remember the describe function within the Python? Here you can automatically bring that describe function. What else is here? Look at this dot here. This is date. See? In Python, we had to check first based on info, yeah, that which row, which column is, for example, date or not date. See, these are all these 21 fields. These are all the fields. See? For example, row ID. Row ID is which is the type of data here. This is the type. This is number type. But from number type, these are standard types within Tableau. Number decimal, number whole. What is decimal? This is float, equal to float in Python, if you remember. Number whole is integer in Python. Date and time, so it also demonstrates the time. So we don't need that time right now. We just need date, for example, if we use date. String, it's type of text. Boolean, it is the same in Python. Yes, no, yeah. So true, false. And geographic role, so this is if it is a geographic data. So which type of data is that? It is latitude, it's longitude, it's county, it is somewhere, for example, a zip code, a city, a county region. So what is there? So this is how you can define the different data types here. So order ID, look at order ID. Order ID is a string here. So why string? Because it has the number and it also has the text. See, this is why you cannot convert this into number because these are alphabets are there. So let it be like string, for example. Order date, it is date. See, it is date. So shipment date is date. So for example, ship mode, this is string, exactly, because in ship mode we have text here. See, all of them are text here. Segments. Now look at the country. In country, it is now country region automatically. See, it's now changed to this. It is a string, but it has a geographic role. And what is the geographic role? It is a country and region. So this is the name of country and region. So Tableau automatically understands which country region whenever there is it's a country region, it will understand it. Look at the country region. This is, for example, United States, for example. This is the country. So the city, see, it is a string, but if you go to the geographic role, it's a city. It selects, you have to select the city. State, automatically state, province. Postal code, you have to select zip code or postcode. So this is all the data types that you have to have here. See, this is product ID, category, subcategory. These are all strings. See, sales, this is number, but decimal number, which is called float number, because you may have point something. Yeah, so you may have 10.5 something. See, there will be a decimal point. So this is why it's quantity. Quantity is number, but you cannot have decimal quantity. Floating quantity. You cannot have 1.5 quantity of something. So it says that all the quantity should be the whole numbers. Discount is a decimal number. Profit is also a decimal number. So this is how you deal with what? With data types, and this is how it shows for you the data. You can also change these data types if you want, for example. that's not a problem. This data set is the data types are there, but if you want to change it, for example, if you want to change the see, I changed the order date from date to date and time. So now it shows date and also it shows the time. So all this time, if there is no time, so it will get automatically 12 a.m. So this is how you can change it to date and time. But if you just put it into date, then automatically it become again the date as it is. Customer ID should be string. This is how you can bring one sheet here. Yeah. One more thing here. I want to bring another sheet as well here. If you bring another sheet automatically here, what happens? Do you remember the merging data sets in pandas? Python, Tableau, this is actually merging data sets. So this is one data set and this is another data set. Now, I have two data sets. Look at the returns. This is, if you just click on the returns, this is just returned yes or not, order ID. So you have only two fields on the return. One is return status of the return. This is type of yes, no, Boolean, yeah? And this is return ID. This is the text or order ID. Sorry. It shows that which order was returned actually, yeah? Or not. Now we want to have a join of, for example, merging this return to orders as well, because at the end we want to see, for example, at the end we want to see if the order is returned or not. So if you just click on this relationship, this line, if you remember in Python, it was merge datasets on what? On which row? On which primary key? Here you can choose the primary key. From order sheet, which key is the main key? From order sheet, order ID. From return sheet, which is the main key? Order ID. See? So this is order ID from orders, and this is order ID from returns. So if you just click these two, so this is how you establish the relationship between each two. So it means that this relationship is now established, and these two data sets have been merged together. Look at this. It means put the order ID from order equal to order ID on the. So this is how you can put this relationship. And this is something else. This is cardinality. It means many to many. So this is a bit complicated topic right now for you, maybe, but it shows the different types of relationship between merging the data sets. Many to many, it means, so if you have one number and there another 3-4 numbers there. For example, order ID 1, and then that order ID 1 order, there are several other fields which has order ID 1, order ID 1, order ID 1. So with that order ID 1 happen several more things there in this return. So this will be one to many, for example. So from this side one, and from that side only many of them. Yeah. So in this only one order ID from this really specific, from that table different types of order IDs. Different several fields of same order ID will be mapped together. But right now we have many to many, so it means we have one from here and one from here. So many to many is standard, which Tableau gets that, but we can have a separate session on this if you want to how to merge the data sets in understanding the join function. Join is coming from SQL. Merging is coming from pandas. This relationship is in Tableau in Power BI. So these are different types of things. All of them are the same, and this is how you can have understanding of all these. So it means left join, right join, inner join, outer join, and also the union and intersect of data sets. So this is a separate chapter. We can it's part of data engineering, but we if someone has interest, so we will explore it separately. But just the thing is that it's standard. It gets this, and I want to just map bring these two sheets together. Now it says go to the worksheet. Now everything is done. I have my both sheets together. Now go to the sheet. If you just click on the sheet, what happens? Look at this. This is the order table, and this is the return. See, all of them are appeared here. If that relationship is not appeared there, so this will not appear here. So this is very important because that relationship should be appear there. Otherwise, this return ID will not work here. If you just put it, it will not work here without any relationship. So this is how all the time you have to be understanding. So here, this left side is now. Look at this left side. This is the data pan. See, this is all the fields that you had in your order data set and your return data set. All of them are here. So they have been generated here. See, this is your return data set, and this is your order data set. These are generated. But look at them. There's another thing here that you have to pay attention to that. In order, for example, data set, all these numbers are blue, and these are green. So what is the difference between these blue ones and green ones? Who can tell me?
Maybe the blue is common within both data sets.
No, we just saw mm, the uh, the data types, yeah? Look at this. All the categorical values are blue. They're calling it dimension. All numerical values are green. So if you remember two main categories of data set, yeah, of data types we studied previously, categorical values and then numerical values. So this is how automatically this tableau distinguishes between numerical values and categorical values. This is why it just takes it separately and into green and into blue. But Tableau call it something else. In Tableau, the blue ones are called dimensions, and the green ones are called measures. So this is measure, and this is dimension. It's the same categorical value and numerical value. So no worries about that. It is the same thing. And now, in order to make a proper hierarchy, so look at just if you click on this specific side, what is this? You can just category. You can add this category into sheet, for example. Right now here, you can do that. But also you can make a duplicate of this specific column. You can rename this column. You can hide this column. You can put aliases to this column, different names. You can create calculated field. We will be creating calculated field. Also, we can group it to something else. You can transform this column as well. So from this category, for example, you can split the column into the. Do you remember in our previous yesterday's lecture? We had a column where there was several investors together in one column, if you remember, yeah? And we were using a split character within the Python. Then we used counter in order to find which investor was there in unicorn dataset. Tableau is doing that same thing. So it's just splitting the column based on different characteristics. If you just put a comma there, a dot there, so it is splits that column into different other columns. You can also convert this to measures. If you see that, okay, this is not category, I don't want to make it be a categorical value, I want to be a numerical value, you can convert it to measure. Convert to measure means that if a field is not in the measure column, so all those functions, for example, sum, average, median, mean, all those functions will not be applied to them if they are not in measures. But if they are in measures, all those functions will be applied to them automatically. Right now, on these categorical values, they are just using for aggregations, but there should be a function applied from these measures to them. So this is how you can change the data type here as well. We already showed you can do that previously in another type. You can the default properties. You can change the color, the shape, the different types within this. You can mention that this field can be it has a geographic role or not, image role. Does it have an image or not? If it has an image, you can have a URL. So you can just put that, okay, you can just, for this category of products, you can get a specific image from a URL. You can also do group by in hierarchy. You can create hierarchy. So replace references and you can describe it as we mentioned previously. But let's create some hierarchy because this is a mess here. See, this category is actually it's relevant to product. Yeah, where is our product? There is no. This is product name. See, this is product name. So we have a product name, and so if we have just create a hierarchy, and we name it product. Yeah. Categories there, product ID will be there, product name will be there, and I think it's that's it, yeah. So we have under product, we have product ID, product name in category of the product. What else is relevant to the product? Do we have subcategory? Yeah, subcategory is also from products. So this is how you can create hierarchy. Why it's important? Because it shows that all these things, all these measures are relevant to product. It doesn't affect the main data set. It is not affecting the main data set, but it's bringing a proper understanding of how you can create hierarchies and make proper understanding of what's going on with all the things. For example, you can similarly, for example, we can create another hierarchy location. Look at this. Sorry. Create hierarchy. So location. Yeah. If you just create location, then you can have country, state, city. What else? I think that's it. I think, yeah. This is the location hierarchy. So this is how you can
Region, sir. Regions would also be included.
oh, then postal code is included also. And where is region? And just this is region. This is region. So this is all under the location. So this is the hierarchy from the location side. See, so you can just select all these things and bring all those ones together, and this is how these hierarchies will look like. Why that's important? Because it gives you a proper understanding how your data will be used. Now we can also, for example, group by, for example, here, see, this is a specific filter. If there are lots of fields, hundreds and thousands of fields, there are some data sets when you are doing some modeling, so it has hundreds of fields. Then you can search it easily. You can create lots of calculated fields here. Then in order to find it properly, you can search it here. Also, group by folder. See if you just how group by this is customer ID, customer in this location. See, this is now properly group by, and also it brings the row ID. So this is this data set from another data set which was the returns. Yeah. Now returns, because it has a relationship here, it automatically got merged and become there within the main data set. See, this is now the return status here. It's automatically here. This is the row ID. Row ID, I think we don't know. We don't need it. If you don't need a field, just simply click on it and say hide. It will be hide. That's it. This is how everything is now managed between these two sets. This is called pages, for example. These are the filters. These are the marks. These are very important things here. And these are the columns. These are the rows. So this is a specific similar thing that we had in Python. Yeah. So if what you want to put in x axis and what you want to put in y axis. Right now, this is the column and this is the row. So what you want to put here and what you want to put here. So this is everything will be appearing here. This is you can add more sheets, similar sheets. So for each, you can create one visual per sheet. Then you can create another sheet and create another visual. This is the show me. This is the show me button. So this is very interesting visualization pan here. And you can just the thing that you can use it from here. All the visuals from here. Now we just want to, for example, we want to start some analytics, for example. Before doing some analytics, we want to understand, okay, we have a data set of all sales by these states and these locations. I want to know the profit ratio by each state, which I have. So this is the first thing all the time. Whenever you're as a guy who is having lots of orders, you have an online business, and everything is going well, and you have orders, shipments, and then everything. So you want to have what? You want to have understanding of profit ratio by state, by geography, for example, by country, for example. Now, in order to have the profit ratio, what is the profit ratio? So first of all, let's rename this sheet. Call it profit ratio. Yeah? Right. Geography. If you just enter, that's it. Now, do we have profit ratio here? No. We have what? We have profit. We have profit, and we have sales. These two, we have profit and we have sales, but we don't have the profit ratio. You know what's profit ratio? Who tell me what's profit ratio?
Profit ratio is technically the portion of profit based on sales, sir. So it's going to be profit divided by sales for a specific period.
Now, that's absolutely right, and exactly that's the perfect definition of it. So this is actually how you can calculate the profit ratio. It means if you just divide this, there are two things here. For example, one is that in order to define this sum of sales by sum of profits, if we just divide it, that will be the profit ratio. It means how much sales you had, how much profit you made from sum of all these ones. So this will be the profit ratio. Now, how to insert this new column? In Python, it was easy. Yeah, you could put the name of the data frame, then in the square parentheses, you could put the name of the column, then equal to something new if you wanted to have a new column. Here you have to, if you want to have a calculated field, it means you want to have a new column here, in Tableau, each column is called field, but you want to make it a calculated field. It means there is no empty column. You want to make it just, first of all, name it profit ratio. And there is a calculation here. So in Tableau, you can easily, uh, mm, um, like Excel, you can do some formulas here. And it's very similar and specific to what we have. For example, if we have sum of profit, yeah, you can just write sum. See this function, sum of which column? Sum of, here you can find all these functions. Look at this. If you just click on sum, what says? It says, this is the definition of function. It returns the sum of all the values in the expression. This is called expression. Sum can be used with numeric fields only. Null values are ignored. If there are null values, it will be ignored. So sum of what? Example, sum of profit. Yeah, I need sum of profit. I need sum of profit column. If you just call profit, automatically this column will appear here for you. See, this is my column profit. Sum of profit column divided by sum of what? By sum
of cells.
Sum of, if you just
Cells.
sum of. So this is, if you just apply and you said a new column has been created. See, this is a new column which shows that the sales, the profit has been divided by sales, and this new column is there, and it shows for you that how your calculated field created. So now, how to visualize this? It's one of the interesting things that you can visualize it. For example, I want to select state. Look, click on this, keep control pressed, and also select state. So I have to, yeah, I want to know the profit ratio and state together. Now, look at the magic of show me. Whenever, if you're clicking on show me, things which can be done with these two things, with the state and profit ratio, automatically appears on, but these ones are off. See, you cannot create such type of visualization from this, but you can create such type of visualizations from this, which are on. So let's try a map here, for example. See, this map has been created automatically based on our calculations. Look at the divergent color. What does this color means? If you remember, yeah, the divergent colors. So this middle is neutral. It means zero profit, yeah, profit ratio. Toward the red, it means minus profit ratio. More blue, it means more profit ratio. So this state, look at this state. It's Ohio State. Its profit ratio is very, very, very less. Look at this. It's very less. Look at this, very less. But look at this state, for example. If you just bring the mouse on it, it will just show you that this is a state called Many really don't know what's that in United States, and the profit ratio is 0.3. New Hampshire, for example, is 0.23. So this different states, different profit ratios here. Look at this. Montana, 0.328. So this is the profit ratio which it shows based on each state. This is how you can visualize simply a very good visual, which shows what for you? It shows the profit ratio based on states, and perfectly visualized, and you just see how it will. You can play with it perfectly. You can just change some formatting things. For example, look at this aggregation function. Yeah, this which we calculated. Here you can just see some formatting of it. So you can just select different types of formats here. For example, different types of values for this it shows is it should be included in tooltip or not. So this is one of the things that you have to understand. What is tooltip? This is tooltip. This screen which appears whenever I'm hovering mouse on something, and this small window is appearing. This is called tooltip. So it means, do you want that tooltip will be included or not? So this is how you have to understand that it should be included in that or not. I said, yeah, it should be included. Yeah. So you can also create some other type of calculations on this specific field as well. But you can also do some numbers, for example, the font, the alignment, the shading, for example, the borders here, the lines here. So whatever you want, you can just can do that. So you can just do this, for example, percentage. Yeah, just show it like a percentage number for me. And I think we didn't just click it properly. So you can format the number into the whole panda numbers into percentage, and just like this. And look at this. See, this is now 16.7% instead of that. So minus 6.8%. This is, for example, minus 21.7%. Now it's much more understandable, instead of having those ratios. This is how you can play with the format of these numbers as well. Different types of visualizations you can bring. Whenever you're working on Tableau Public online, which is you can do this online as well. That would be interesting, for example, for you, a bit difficult, different properties there. Look at the colors, for example. Right now, if you want to change the colors, yeah, if you don't want to have this type of automatic color, you want to just only oranges, yeah. So which we don't recommend that, but still, if you want to have just red, blue, or white divergent color, so you can choose different types of color palettes, and then those color palettes you can use. Orange blue, for example, divergent. This is the orange blue divergent color palette. Let's see if we have a colorblind friendly any palette. I really can't see myself. These are custom sequential color palettes. You can also provide the custom divergent color palettes as well. Different types of colors you can select it by your own self and put the colors there. So you can play with all aspects within this formatting issues. I really want to find where this, which is not there actually. Let it be colorblind friendly. There is a color palette which is colorblind friendly. Look, this is how the color palette is. So the lowest color is, for example, red. Yeah, you can just put it, for example, like this. Okay, lowest color will be like this. If you just apply C, it changed. So instead of orange, it changed to that color. Yeah. And for example, the best color will be, for example, the green, which if you just change it, so it will be like this, which I really don't want to do that, but let it be like this. What is it? Standard. You can also have step colors, for example, type of step C. This such type of steps you can have. You can have 5 steps, you can have 4 steps, you can have 7 steps. Why steps is important, you know? Step is important because you want to categorize the whole states based on profit region. I want to categorize the whole states based on 3 regions. See, this is now the categorization of all the states in 3 categories based on color. See, color is playing a key role. These are good with profitable states, neutral states, middle profits values, and these are the lowest profit ratios. So from the color point of view, you can select which state you have to pay attention to. So for me, if you just do it in 3 categories, okay, these red states will be the highest priority. I will pay attention to that. Then the second. So this is how visualization play a key role whenever you're and each thing here is not just like that. There is a logic behind it. See, again, if you just put it in 4 steps, so these are the lowest ones that you have to pay attention to them. Then priority number 2 that you have to pay attention to them. Priority number 3, then priority number 4, the highest degree. So this is how you can play with the colors as well. So if you want to have steps, you can have reversed as well. Reversed means the red ones will be the profitable ones, and the blue ones will be the non-profitable ones, which that's not making sense with this color. You can use full color range and all those things, different things you can apply here. But this is how you can play with the color within these visuals. And steps, as I mentioned to you, those are important whenever you are making any visual decision making. See, visual decision making is also very important, for example, and so this is also important. You can also have your own specific steps. I really don't know, is it now showing this here or not? For example, in advanced one, so you can have your own standards as well. Start from what and end from what. So it means if it starts from this profit ratio to this profit ratio, so put it, for example, this color. If it ends from this, starts from this and end to this, so this, put it in this color. So you can have your own custom ones as well for these colors as well. This is the highest level of visual decision making that you can make. These are some more things within this map. For example, you zoom out it, zoom in. You want to zoom in the map. So just you want to move the map. If you just select this one, you can just move the map like this. This is how you can do that. And different types of activities you can put for this map as well. Now let's examine something else for this map as well. For example, we can use filters, for example, as well, that filter the states based on different ones, for example, different dimensions. Let's do that. For example, if you just I will just bring the map again to the center. This is how our map will look like. From here, you also can do that. But I don't know why that happens. Yeah, if you just remove that, it will bring it again to the center, to its initial. But you can also have using filters. Look at the filters, for example. If you just, what I have done, I just brought the region color into the filters panel and just drop it here. This screen appeared. What is this? These are different types of regions. Yes, central region, east region, south region, west region. So you will be having different types of regions. Yeah, look at this now. If you just apply and okay, so these are the regions. Now show the filter. This is now, it's showing the filter for you. I don't want all the regions. I want to work. I have hired a guy for only west region. For the west region, this is my west region. I will tell the guy in my west region that look at this. So now the whole calculation is now changed based on this specific region. It gets only that specific region. Then it shows to you which is the lowest, Colorado, for example, the lowest state, and Arizona, then Oregon, then other states are the good profitable states here. So you can select different states here from these filters. Then look at this, for example, in this region, in East region, this is the lowest profitable state, and this is the highest profitable state. Or you can select all of them. For example, if you select all of them, so it calculates its profitability calculation becomes at the whole data set level. you know why? Because this filters affecting the calculation of profit ratio as well. This you have to keep into consideration. If you're applying a filter, then it brings if I just, for example, look at this, how many states? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So around 10 states are in this region, in the non-profitable region. But if you just click, for example, the remove the all and just click the central. So then this calculation becomes, again, for the whole, this only specific central region. This is called the effect of filters whenever you're doing that. And those profitable ratios that we have calculated, this is now based on that. This is one of the good things in visual data analytics and visual analytics, that you can have a whole picture of the data set at once, and also you can have it, for example, for a specific region as well. Look at this. You can just make it so apply button, for example. If you apply button, so it means if I select this, I have to click apply. So to make my choice, if I want to so this is an apply button, for example. It is sometimes usable because whenever you are clicking several times, you can do that. So look at this multiple values. Look at this multiple values drop down list. Now it is a drop down list, and you can select multiple values. What does it mean? You can have central and east, then apply. See, this is the new type of thing we have done for this region. Look at this again. If I click here, I go there and I say, okay, multiple values, only just a list. This is multiple value you can select, and it all the time shows this filter to you as a list. But if I click OK, multiple values, custom list, for example, or single value slider, or single value drop down. Look at this. This is a drop down. This is a drop down. Now, it means it will not show you all the regions. You have to click here now, select only one region. You can have only one selection, for example, at one time. You cannot have two choices. Select two regions. Now we will be selecting it. Let's make it, for example, multiple choices and a drop down menu, because there will be some number of items. Just make it like that. So this will be a drop down value. This is one more thing that you can add. For example, in filter you can add also one more thing. For example, keep control, pressed, then push this to the filter and apply. Okay, and show this filter. Look at this now. This is a very interesting thing. This is the minus 21.7% the profit, and this is 37% profit. This is the maximum profit, this is the minimum profit. But I want to know only those states, or only those ones which have a profit of 0 to 10%, for example. What you can do, you can simply look at this. You can change this. You can make it to 0. And you can make it to 10. So you can just change like that, but you can make it, you can just 0. And here you can say 10. Sorry, it become 10. There is only one state which is in this criteria. If you just put it, for example, 20%, these states are between 0 and 20%. See, the profit is. If you increase it, for example, these states are between 0 to 30. So you can change all those. So look at this. these are the states between 0 to 37%. This color applies to all of them. It means this one is the lowest one. See, this one is the lowest one. This color is automatically applied to all of them again. So it calculates again. Now we want to filter the very, very disastrous one. The disastrous ones are the ones which are from -21 to 0. So this is the -21. This is the disaster profitable, non-profitable state. And this is the good one. The good one is again, which is equal, it's relevant to 0. So coming to the 0 side. This is how you can filter based on different aspects in profit ratio or the whole data set as well. Here again, you can play with different things. Here you can see customize. You can show null controls. You can format it. You can edit the title of it. For example, this is see AGG profit ratio. You can name it something else. For example, for this specific range values, you can put the range value. Right now it's the range value, yeah, but you can have at least and at most that I have just calculated for you. This is how you can this apply only to this worksheet, or this filter should be applied to the whole data source. We say that no, to this worksheet. We can have several worksheets, but filters you can select, you can apply those filters to be applied to only one data data sheet or to all of the data source. So one sheet or all data source. You can select that from this filter side. You can change the name of that, for example, profit ratio. Profit ratio. It's 10. Let's make it 12. Let's make it bold a bit. That's it. Profit ratio there. See, this profit ratio appears in tooltip as well. So this is how you can play with creating a new calculation field, putting filters, creating maps, and creating a new feature, a new data thing within the Tableau. Any questions before going to the new sheet?
Sir, I have one question for you.
Please.
Thank you for showing the interesting data visualization. Just for example, this is the online tooltips you showed on each state. If you want to have offline of the tooltips on each state and export the map, how to do that? Export the map to the, like, for example, to a Word or PDF.
No, that's not possible in the free version. You can do that. This is not online. This is offline. This is my own computer. I am not working anything online right now. This is my Tableau public. This is software which is installed on my computer, and I'm using that. So this specific software shows this this tooltip here. If you want to show it online for someone else, you can just go to the file, and you can just send this save to Tableau public. It will be saved. It will be saved to Tableau public. In Tableau public, it will be asking you for the sign-in. So everyone has his own account. Yeah, you have your own account. You already have an account. You can put your email. You can put your password, and then it will be appearing in Tableau public online. That's it. But if you want to export it in other softwares, with Tableau public, you cannot do that. You have to have a purchase Tableau software. Then purchase Tableau software will be having export to different other softwares as well. It will not export it to Word, as I know. It's 400 sure, but it will export it as a HTML. And then from that HTML, you can embed it in any other softwares, whatever you want.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
can sorry.
No worries. Continue, please.
Okay, Omid Mahdavi, then Muhammad Najati, please.
Yes, sir. When we are actually working with Python to create interactive plots, we use Plotly, and with that we use
Yes.
cufflinks. So is there any way we have different notebook, then we download the map we create?
John, I think your voice is getting disconnected. I didn't get your question. But the good thing about Python is, and the bad thing about other softwares, I just want to add to you. For example, if you want to export from Tableau
JPEG.
all these things
So
in separate
I think
softwares,
I
you
got
have
the
to
answer
have
partially. Is there any
the
way to
licensed
download
Tableau
in JPEG
software.
as well?
But the good thing about and this is very interactive. Look at it. It looks very it looks very beautiful. It looks very like perfect. Everything is fine. You can play with everything. You can just click any aspect of it, and you can just modify it whatever you want. So it's very easy. But whenever you put it in softwares and other export things, you have to have the licensed version of this Tableau. So this is not available in Tableau Public. Similarly, in Power BI as well, if you want to export it to other softwares, you have to have the Power BI premium subscription. But the good thing about Python is that in whatever you're developing in Python, specifically if you're using interactive maps like Plotly, and you want to just export it, you can just simply export the whole map from Plotly or from other libraries there or within the Python. If someone is interested, then geographical data analytics is a separate topic. I can give you some hints there. I recently did something. You can just put it as HTML, so it opens as a web browser, in a web browser. You can just copy the link and put it in any software, and it will work. So this is the good thing about Python. And these softwares are very attractive, yeah, but they have their own limitations as well. And the good thing about Python is that maybe Python is not that much interactive and very aesthetically attractive, but still you can use Python everywhere. So that's the good thing about Python. This is why everyone learns Python. Najati, you had a question, then you lower your hand. Why? Okay, Alicia.
Thank you, sir. Just I want to know that for most, when we want to visualize our data in this environment, we work graphically. I want to know that can we see the code generated in the background or not?
And yeah, then you don't need to use the Tableau. Please go to your Python notebook. You will have the code there. So this is why the interactive data visualization is for the ones who they don't want to have those codings and all those things. They just want to play with the visuals and then generate the insights from those data sets. This is why these softwares actually have been developed. If someone loves coding and understand the code and all those things, then they can simply use the Python for that. Ilyas Mohammadi, if you have a question.
Thank you, sir. I'm having a question that if Tableau Public has a commercial restrictions that we can export the visuals. So how we can use it in our reports, and what's your recommendation to use the Tableau public in a good for our reporting?
Look, where you want to report, what do you mean by reporting?
For example, if we want to show our visuals that's coming from the Tableau public, so how we can extract that visuals and use it in our reports? For example, if we want to make that reports in some other softwares like Collabs and Word, like this.
Look, the Colab is totally different thing. Colab is using Python. It's type of Jupyter notebook, but run by Google. And as you know, Jupyter is also owned by Google. The thing is, look, you have to understand, Tableau is a totally standalone data analytics software. It generates the visuals. We don't have it. We don't have the license version of it. We just learned how to use the Tableau. But whenever you are applying for some companies, those companies, they have the licensed version of Tableau. Then they will asking you, do you know Tableau? Can you do the data analytics in Tableau? Then you can say, yes, I know. Then they say, okay, good, no, let's do it. Then that's it. So you have to understand, this is why we are learning Tableau. But whenever you have the licensing of the Tableau, then you can use the Tableau visualizations in different reports, and you can export that. Tableau public links you can share with anyone. So if you want to share a link somewhere from your Tableau public, if now I have created this Tableau sheet, and I then upload it to my Tableau public, save it to Tableau public, then after that from Tableau public, I can just ask them, okay, that link I will share with the specific guy. That specific guy, whenever they are clicking on that link, that frame will be open to them. Now coming to this from software development point of view. Yeah, if you're working in Colab, that's very easy. You can insert a HTML holder through Python, and within that HTML holder, you can insert that link of Tableau public. So that frame of Tableau public will be appearing on your Python notebook, and that image will be shown there, and you can just click on it as well. You can manipulate the data and manipulate the visualization there. What is the good thing about it? That if whenever you're clicking it, so it will open the Google the Tableau public link. So from that Python notebook. But if you want to work in Word with Tableau public, you can just bring a picture of it. But beneath of it, at the end of it, you can insert the link. If someone clicks on the link, so they can go to your Tableau public profile, and there that visual, a specific visual, they can manipulate. They can see all those tooltips, and everything can be available on Tableau public. So this is how you can play if you want to insert those things within the from Tableau in your reports. So for example, I will just copy this with all these things in one of my Word reports, but also a link from my Tableau public, which I publish this data there. So I will put that link there as well. If someone clicks on that link, so everything will appear to them there. But the thing with the Tableau public is that whatever you are publishing, that's public data. So nothing privacy of data is considered there. So you have to keep in mind that thing as well.
Thank you, sir. I got it. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions before going to the next section?
Yes, I have a question.
And who is that? Sorry,
I am Emal.
I imagine. Okay.
Thank you. I'm coming from like software development background. So like I just wanted to ask you like how things are happening in the real workplace traditionally. For example, like Tableau does not export like a PDF report, as you said or mentioned, and we also have some other tools like notebooks. So traditionally, like my manager does not know about these technical stuffs a lot. Okay, so should I ask her like to install this Tableau in her computer and also have some?
No. The point is no. Imagine if you want to embed Tableau in your softwares, you have to purchase Tableau software, license software. If your company is willing to invest on Tableau licensing, then that would be a perfect decision. The good thing about Tableau's license is what Tableau is doing the whole analytics by itself. Tableau is a standalone data analytics software and data visualization software. You got it. So right now we are doing this. Look at this analytics. Lots of things or Tableau, if you have a licensed software, it is doing it automatically. It does lots of analysis, trend lines, forecasting, spatial values, lots of things. It's doing it automatically by itself. So if your company interests on data analytics and want to invest on data analytics, this data analytics is actually important for your software company. Sometimes even data analytics is not important, but dashboard is very much important for the businesses. Yeah, you have to have, for example, if you have such dashboard here, and you have a map of, for example, Afghanistan, you have all your stores here. So, and then it shows to you, okay, this store is doing good profit. This store is doing, for example, is not profitable. This is a good decision-making tool, yeah, and a visual decision-making tool for the managers. But it requires investment from the manager side, from the company side. If the company side they want to invest on Tableau, they have to purchase the Tableau license, and then you can embed Tableau within your software without any problem. Nothing will be the problem there. So if you need further instructions, we will do that separately from the software point of view. But if you want to prefer a free choice, then the free thing is Python.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure, like, if I understand properly, like traditionally in your workplace, for example, you are a data analyst. So how is the end result, the end result for your manager? Like, is it a slideshow, a PDF file? Just want to know about the industry.
You know, you will be coming to that. It depends on the choice of the softwares. That no one is actually preferring images. The era of imaging is finished. You cannot just bring a picture from this, take a screenshot of this and put it somewhere in a presentation. That will not help. It is called dashboarding. You know what is called, you may be heard what's dashboarding. Dashboarding is a type of putting different visuals in one large screen and then explaining those different visuals to that specific guy. And then, for example, clicking on specific right now, look, having tooltips, having different functionalities here, and putting different pictures together. That's called dashboarding. So dashboards are the main things that people are using. Now you have to understand how to develop those dashboards. Either you have to use Tableau. So look, in Tableau, you can have dashboards, for example. This is called new dashboard. Look at this. This is new dashboard. Look, whatever sheets that I have generated, you can bring and put it, for example, this dashboard will be here, yeah? This will be here. If I have another sheet, I can bring it to this here. So I can bring three of these sheets together in one page, and that's called dashboard. You got it?
Yeah. So
And
at
I
the
will
end
be
of the day,
presenting only this one slide today. This look,
yeah.
this is presentation mode. And I will bring all these into one slide, all these pictures, all these ones into one dashboard. And I can even bring several dashboards into one story. Look at this. And this is called story. What is story? Story dashboard 1 will be page 1, dashboard 2, which I prepared, will be page 3, page 4, page 5, for example. This is called story. You can bring several dashboards and just click this presentation mode, and then you will be presenting that. This is how it works in the industry. Either you are using Tableau, either you are using Power BI is having the similar dashboarding services, standalone, separately. This is how it works.
Got it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So we will be creating a new worksheet, and still we need to do some more things here. For example, we will be changing the name of this worksheet. For example, sales by profit issue was by geography, sales by category. So this is one of the other things that we have to understand, that sales and and different categories, for example. Let's now create something else, for example. First of all, we have to understand the temporal analysis. What is the temporal analysis? We did the temporal analysis, if you remember, yeah? Right now, I will show you. This is sales, and this is order date, yeah? This is order date. I want to have order date and sales, and analyze my sales based on time. If I select this and then keep in control and then select order date and then go to show me, look at this, how these all the visuals which I see, it will be open to me. Just let's see area charts. What's area charts? So this is a simple area chart appears here. See, these are all years, and this is a chart showing me that from 2014 I have this much sales, this much sales. Then I can change it to something else. So look at how we can play with the dates here. This is very important. You have to understand. We have 2 years, and we have, look at this, year, quarter, month, day, and much more. What is the difference between this? Look, this is green. Green means this is the plus point here. If you just click on this, it shows what? It shows 2014 quarter 2. If you just click another on this plus, it will show you based on months. So if you just put another thing, it will show you based on weeks. So this will be the sales data based on weeks. You got it? How it will show you based on different quarter. But all these are continuous numbers. It means 2014. These are all the months, and this is 2018, and this is the sales, how the sales happens. But if you just put it month from blue, from this side, from the upper side, which is the categorical value, what does it mean? You know why? What does it mean? It from 2014 to 2018, it aggregates all the data. You got it? Then it calculates the sales for each month separately. It means this January sales, having the sales of January 2014, January 2015, January 2016, January 2018. So 4 years in January aggregated in this January. So now months become categorical value here. You got it? How the difference between a categorical value and how the difference between, if you just quarter, this is quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. Quarter 1 is quarter 1 of 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18 together. This is quarter 1. This is the difference between categorical value, and this is the difference between the continuous temporal analysis. So whenever you want to have temporal analysis, you have to pay attention that this line should be all the time will be green, because we don't need to have the January, all the Januaries aggregated together. Yeah, why that's important. You know why that's called seasonality analysis. There is two type of analysis. One is temporal analysis, one is seasonality analysis. If I want to have aggregated on this month, what does it mean? I want to know all these years that I had this business running, which month was the highest month which I had sales. Look at this. This was month November, which I had 352,000 sales in all these years. So month November and month September are playing key role for me. This is called seasonality analysis. Seasonality analysis. January is nothing. February is the lowest sales. Then in March again, it increases. Then April is nothing. So then September is increasing. Then October is nothing. Then November is increasing. December is again decreasing. This is how it's called seasonality analysis. But we want temporal analysis. For the temporal analysis, we need continuous numbers together to be fit together, and we should understand how all those numbers will be appearing. So this is how you can play with these understanding between the temporal analysis and seasonality analysis, and between the difference between the categorical values and the continuous values, if you want to have it. So this is very important, and you have to understand that. Right now, I really don't know. It doesn't show. If you just click this is minus, this is plus, yeah. This shows even by date, by number of days. Look at this. This is by week, and this is by month. See, this is how you can just navigate between these ones as well. So this is called drill down. You can drill down here as well. The same thing, which goes to the week level. This is called the drill down. This is how you can play with these numbers. This is the table from these dates. For example, in January, this is the table. See, in January 2014, you had this much sales. This is the calculation behind what happened in this field. See, you can understand that as well. Sometimes you want to change this to discrete point of discrete means that I just want to make it categories within this. Instead of having continuous numbers, I just want to freeze it here. That's it. Yeah. January 2014, all these numbers should be freezed, and that's it. This is how you can do that. One more thing here, for example, in this column, if you just click on it, and you can understand it. You can fix bring different customizations to such columns as well. For example, 100K. For example, what's 100K here, and you can change that to the different things of having a currency format for it. For example, you have to find how to bring the currency format. You can have scales here. Reverse scale, logarithmic scales. I will go through this not in this thing, but we will be discussing this in our regression analysis in Python. But when you understand that, then you can bring it here as well into this software as well. You can have, for example, different making it back to the continuous. For example, this category, you can make it back to the continuous numbers, or make it again to the discrete values which we discussed. This sum of sales, for example, look at this. This is the format of sum of sales, for example. In this format, for example, we can have that we want to have it as a currency standard. For example, dollars, yeah, currency. So if this is, look at the tooltip. If you're going to the tooltip, it is now showing that this is the currency. This the pan is the currency. So on the axis side, we can do the same thing. For example, the scale is now the currency. So this is showing now the currency here. See, this is showing the currency here now. We can have currency without that in display unit in thousands, yeah. So 80K, 90K, but with the number of dollars here. You can have prefix as a dollar here. You can have suffix something else at the end as well. You can change this prefix from dollar, for example, to maybe to pound, to AFN, to Afghani, to whatever you want to have it here, for example. This is how you can change the formatting of this sales by category as well. So this is how you can access format the axis as well. Different things of different visualizations you can bring. You can put the name. Sometimes you want to just change the grid lines which are here, for example. These grid lines, you want to change it. You want to just now let's do something else and create a new measure here, for example. Understand which if the profit is profitable, if the order is profitable or not profitable. How to do that, for example. This is one of the things, for example, how we can do that. If we just order ID and then click profit and then right click on it, for example, and click LOD calculation. So this is a standard calculation which appears, for example, only for these two columns. For example, I want to have a specific calculations, and I want to, for example, put it order profitable or not, order profitable or not, for example. See, and this is how you can do that. And how fixed order ID, sum ID is if it's this one. If this is larger than 0, then that would be profitable. Yeah, it will be yes. If not, then it will not be profitable. So this is how we can use a Boolean calculation to our and this is a new category. This is a new category that we can create that. Now we want to put that new category and make it a bit more customizable. Look at this. If you just go to this and then analysis, and within this analysis, if you just select, for example, what does it mean? What should be the value? So value, it means not profitable. True, it means profitable. So it means we have changed some of these aliases, yeah. And so instead of false true, for example, in Python we had false true, yeah. Now we can just say that we wanted that it should have different names. True, it means it's profitable. Not true, it means not profitable. What happened? And this is the third. Now we want to also make some sorting here. For example, let's see where we can sort this. Not aliases, but default properties, change data types, folders, hierarchy, duplicate. We don't have it right now. The sort here, but when we are using it in Tableau Online, we will be having sorts there, but that's not a problem. We will be. This is the sort, I think. I found the sort here. So the sort, how the sort will be, for example, it will be manual sorting. What does it mean? The profitable will be above, and the non-profitable will be then the second. This is how you can put the sorting as well here. So this is how you can do the sorting in a manual sorting here. That how it should look like, and why there now. Now look at the transformation. If I drag this into the color, this is how it appears. See? And month 2018, for example, December 2017, or this in this month, November 2017, 34,000 sales that we had, 84,000 sales that we had. That was, for example, 34,000 was not profitable, and 84,000 which we had that was profitable. So it shows the area chart of profitability and non-profitability within a specific period of time. This is how you can play with it, and you understand why it's important. Now you will see, for example, there are some months which profitability is much more closer to the non-profitability, for example. Then you will be, that will be important for you to analyze that, for example, if you wanted. And there are different things you can play, for example, the color, the opacity of color, you can just make it the colors or this much, for example, borders or different types of borders you can put right now it's, but you can have white borders to have a distinguished hair, for example, or another type of borders here, for example. This is how you can change the colors here for this specific visual to make it beautiful, or change at least even the color of these things that we had. For example, here you can change the color. For example, this edit the colors and make the profit, for example, another color, green or red. Yeah. So which is totally, look, this is the green red, which is which is not permissible, because if someone has a color blindness, so they will not interpret both colors together. Look, this is color blind and data set. I was searching for this color blind. So make the profitable. There is a color blind and or like this, for example. This is how you can make it distinguishable, very solid between these two lines. This is how you can understand that. Also, for example, this is the legend here. If you just click on this, it will show you only the profitable, for example, right? If you just show on this, it will just show you this. See, this is how beautiful it looks like whenever you're presenting. If you want to just discuss the non-profitability or profitability. So you can have different types of filtering within these colors. This is how you can do that. We can also have different types of categories and understand, and then analyze that. For example, if I just bring categories, look at me, and just I am dragging this and putting it in the rows. See, this is different types of categories. Furniture, office supply, and technology. These are different categories. Now you can have your profit and non-profitable orders, and you can keep track of all these within all these years. See, based on profitable, non-profitable, based on what? Based on the categories that you're having right now. For example, in furniture, yeah, this was the highest 223K, for example, profitable, yeah, in furniture, the office supply. But for technology, it was 36K, for example. So this is the highest profitable in these months, for example. Then you also can understand the seasonability, for example, if we change it to another type of waste. This is how you can analyze your profits in different things, for example, and per different categories. What is now it's showing? It's showing the sales here, but I want to also show the profit in the tooltip as well. How to do that for the profit? I will just keep the profit, drag it into the tooltip area here. Now look at this. Here it shows me the profit as well here, but this profit is not good because it shows me only the number. I want to show it as a currency, yeah. Custom currency with not decimality, not non-decimal things. Now look at this. See, this shows to me the sales and also the profit at this specific point in July 2014. Furniture. Look, the furniture part. It had 7,000 sales, and within that 7,000 sales, it had $812 profit. So this is how it shows you a specific point within that sales and profitability. This is how you can see. Look, this is within the brackets. What does it mean? It means the minus. So the profit was minus 517. It shows within this tooltip. So this is how you can play with the tooltips and bring new items within the tooltip. Now you can also manipulate the tooltip and you can bring different good things within the tooltip. Look at the tooltips, for example. If we just click on the tooltips, make it a bit larger, you can, what the tooltip shows us. The tooltip shows us the order profitable or not, yeah? Then it shows the category, it shows the month of order date, it shows the profit, and it shows the order. So, for example, this order profitable or not profitable, I want to have bold. Category, for example, which type of category is this? Make it bold, for example. This month of order date, make it bold, for example. The profit, make it, for example, bold. And the sales, make it bold. But the profit, instead of making it bold, I want to have it also, for example, 12. So this is the profit. See the highest, the point, and also the font is different from others. This is how you can play with this, and also you can change the color. For example, totally black, for example, yeah. So if you just, this is a total different color. For example, here, see, you can change different colors here. You can bring different colors into this tooltips as well. What else we can also different colors and also different fonts we can use there. And also if you want just a profit, a different one here, for example, for profit, you can just use different from this different font. And for that different font, for example, you can bring different font from here, and you can bring, for example, such type of so you want to have a visual appearance that the profit should be automatically appear there. See, this is how you want to understand it. And for example, here and this, you want this should be a bit bold, 12 bold, and will be, for example, blue. Look at this. See, this is how it will be looking like. So is it profitable or not profitable? Yeah. So this is how you can play with different things. Hey? We just click on it, and then this is how your profit will look like. This tooltip will look like. So we have a modification of tooltip. You can modify the tooltip as you want in different ways. Make it visually aesthetic and understandable to everyone. This is how it will work. Also, we have a huge date, so number of dates. We don't want to do that to understand the whole years. For example, we will give our audience order date, for example. Let me use order date. This is order date. Just I will keep it and put it in filters. You will say range of dates, and then we will apply, and then we will be having okay. Then we will say show the filters. Show the filter. The filter will be showing here. So we will be having the flexibility that we don't want to, for example, analyze the whole 2014 to 15. We just want to analyze, for example, from 1st of 2017 to end of 2017. So only 1 year sales, for example. You just drag and drop, you just play with this filter. Then you apply this filter here, then you will see that this is how you can filter the whole data set based on a specific date. This is sales based on category. Yeah. So we have categories here. These are the sales based on category. You can have sales based on segment as well. This is how we can use sales based on segment. Instead of categories, we can use the segment. But we don't want to do the whole thing again. See, we don't want to do the whole thing again. What we can do, we can just right click on this. We can say duplicate. The whole thing will be duplicated, but instead of category, I want to put, for example, here is segment. This is segment. This is segment. You want to put segment and then remove the category. You'll just remove the category like this. And that's it. So now we have sales not by category, but by segment. So whatever is the sheet name here, it will be appearing here as well. So for this, for example, you can just say that the whole range we can apply. But here, let it be like this. Look, what is the difference I showed to you? See, apply to a specific worksheet, only this worksheet. But if you apply is using to the whole data source, so this next worksheet also will be filtered based on that filter that you're changing there. So this is how the difference between changing those things that you have to do it there. I hope you got it now, that how you can change it based on different segments and customers. Any questions?
Sir, can we customize our tooltip to show minus instead of dot brackets?
Yeah, you can do it from this side. I think in profit and within this number, if you go, look, this shows negative value. How to show negative value? If you just select this one, so the negative value will be showing like this. You see, this is how you can do that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's add some key performance indicators. I think then we will be a bit faster in this regard, because you have to understand how to add the key performance indicators. Those are very important because you have to create calculated fields, and those are important calculated fields. So we will be adding a new sheet. We will be calling it KPIs. And then We will be using a new calculated field. We will be calling that profit per order. And how we will calculate profit per order? Who can tell me? Okay. Profit per order will be sum of profit divided by count distinct of order ID. Why distinct? It returns the number of distinct items in a group. So it means not the repeating orders, only one distinct order, unique orders. So this is how you create profit per order. This is one thing. One more KPI that we will be creating, that will be the sales per customer. So sales per customer, key performance index. How to sales per customer? We should calculate. We should.
Sum in terms of sales, sir, and then divided by count customer ID.
So it's not divided, it's multiplied, I think.
No, it's divided. Count customer name by customer name, for example.
Sir, I think the customer name can be repeated, but the customer ID cannot be repeated.
The customer name also cannot be repeated because we put it count D.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so that will be this count D. So this is how it will work here. We have created two performance indicators and indicators. So we can drag fields, for example, measure names, for example, here. This is, see, measure names here. We can just bring it here. See, this is how everything is calculated automatically. Discount, count of orders, count of returns, discount, profit ratio, profit per order, quantity, sales, and sales per customer. See, everything is now correct. Look at this. We want to change it like this. We want to put this in the columns. So in order to do that, I think this is the function here. Look at this. If you just put it here, so it, instead of just putting it above, so it will think all those things there. And then we can have regions, for example, in the rows, we can have different regions. So these are the central region. This is the count for each of these indicators, for example, for these indicators. And if you want that, if you don't want having regions, we can just do undo. It will just, it's undo. Or would remove something. This is how we can do that. So from this different fields, within these fields, we can put measure names, and then want to know what to add, what to remove, for example. And this measure names we can add here, keeping the control, and then bringing it under the filter as well. Then edit the filter. Count of orders, we want to have it or not. we don't want to have it count of orders. We want to have we want to have discount, a profit issue, profit per order. What else we want to have? We want to have sales and sales per customer. Yeah. So these are the things that we want actually for this one. And look at this. First of all we want to have the sales. Okay, I want to have the sales first of all. Look at this. So sales, then profit. I want to have profit here, for example. After profit, I want to have the discount. So this is where is the discount? What happened to the discount? Good. If you drop it out of the box, it will be disappeared. So make sure that there is something is appearing. This so sales, profit, and profit ratio, profit per order. So all these things should be what should be where and in which order. So you can play with that. So this is how you can do that. Not a problem. So these measures, because we are using KPIs, so these the discount, for example, look at the discount, for example. Discount cannot be as a sum of discount. In order to change that, the measure is sum. We don't want to have it sum. We want to have it average. So this should be an average, yeah, because we want to have the sales. We changed to, if you just go to the sales and then we format it, for example, and then we put it as a currency, and it should be changed to currency. So we need sales in currency. And this is how we can change the profit as well. Profit should be also in the currency. And the profit ratio should be in percentage. Yeah. So the profit should be in currency. This should be in currency. The profit ratio should be in percentage, and only or we can do that 1 decimal would be good. Profit per order is, I think, it's currency. Profit per order is, I think, it's currency because it gives us the profit per order. It's a currency, and this is how much we made a profit per order. Sales per customer is currency. So we have to sales per customer is also currency. And one more thing. And the discount. Discount is we already, I think, we already formatted the discount here. And the quantity is just this quantity is at the end. It's just numbers. Yeah. This is just number standard. Okay. This is how the decimal point should be for that.
Discount should be also in currency, I think.
Yeah, I think we did it already in currency.
Okay.
This is how, and also one more thing that you can play, see if there is a space here. You can just add the instead of fit width, if you just select fit width, so it will be going to the so the whole width of the document will be fitted and everything will be there. So this is how you can play with the with all these indicators. So this is an important thing here. Why this key performance indicators are important? Because whenever you are look at this, for example. Look at the tooltip, for example. Yeah, I don't want to make it this. Let's make a duplicate here, just to show you how. Instead of all these things, you can just and you can insert sheets in KPI. Why KPIs are important? See, sometimes then you can make it properly here. So within the tooltips, then you can have it, make it how it will look like. Yeah, larger KPIs, larger amounts. Everything should be maximum height, minimum height. So include command lines responsive show tooltips on hover, for example. But still, you can make the KPI here larger and from here, for example. Okay. From here, for example, you can make it larger, and you can have different fields for it as well. Entire view. Whatever you're changing there, here it changed the KPI as well. See? So this is how you can change with the KPI and playing with it, group the numbers, create a set of the KPIs, and also the functions of the KPI. So that's the large number of KPIs, but you can just change it into the smaller one as well. Just wanted to show you that why KPIs are playing a key role. Whenever you're delivering all these things within the presentations, lots of KPIs are coming as a tooltip, and they are becoming a point of tooltip, and you can bring it, and you can see difference. View is too large to show, see, but it's not showing here because it's Tableau public, Tableau desktop. Whenever you're in presentation mode in online, so that tooltip will be appearing as a very beautiful another picture there. Then you will be understanding the specific sales, profit ratio, profit per order, average discount, sales per customer specifically. So those are the specific profit KPIs and that you have to keep in mind in how you can create those text tables and understanding it as a KPI for this tablet. This is the actually the last piece that we want to develop, but also I want to develop a bar chart for you, and then we will be developing the dashboard, and then we will be going to the story. So bringing all those together. Now, the main thing about this Tableau is that I really don't know. This is the maximum time that we are having. And we will be next week. We will be starting a new model, but I will be hopefully will providing you a new video to continue this. We have built all these sheets. Then I will be creating the dashboard for you and the story for you, and all of you should upload the same thing onto your Google on your Tableau public, and then send me the links that I will check. Did you completed that or not? This was the completion of Tableau portion. The main thing about today's session is actually that you have to have understanding of how you can play with the data sets, how you insert the data, how you can manipulate the data within the Tableau, creating calculated fields, creating new measures, KPIs, all those things. So the whole basics is covered actually. The only final thing, which is how to present your data. So this is storytelling point is remained. I will be completing that to you as well. So this is how is the basics of Tableau, and there are lots of functionalities, and everything is very well understandable, and you can understand it. You can use the help if you just select the training, so it will show you the whole Tableau training section, videos online, everything. You can find lots of videos online, can build everything there. So that's totally free and can do that. This is how Tableau works. And this is how you can present your data to technical and non-technical audience, besides presenting it via Python. So this is another measure. Thank you for your attention. I think this session is officially concluded. Any questions? I'm at your disposal. Please, if you have any questions.
Sir, is it correct that we have to redo the activity that you just did on Tableau, and then we have to upload it on our public account? Just want to make sure I heard that right.
Whatever we have done in this video, and there will be a subsequent video to it to this session as well. So you will watch the whole video. You will do it yourself in your own Tableau desktop. You will upload it on your Tableau public profile, and then you will share with me the link of your Tableau public profile that you have done it, and it's on your Tableau public profile.
Thank you so much for confirming, sir, and great session, by the way.
Thank you. I know this next week lots of things that you have to do, but please do it. And میخوایم بازم براتون تشریح کنم که شما که اگر یادتان نره که ما شما شروع کرده بودیم و درس دیتا ویژوالایزیشن خلاص میکنیم و او سرتیفیکتتان برای ما اپلود میکنیم که شما او را تکمیل کردیم. یک دیتا ست گفته بودیم که هر کس یک چایس خود یک دیتا ست انتخاب میکنه، او را برای ما نوشته میکنیم که انتخاب بدیم. همه زیر از طریق گوگل کلاس روم براتون روان میکنم. باز دمو گوگل کلاس روم دمو پرایوت لینک برای من باز شیر کنین، همین دیتا ست را که انتخاب بدین. دیگه سیژن تابلو را من براتون تکمیل میکنم. همین سیژن یک ویدیو دیگه هم براتون ثبت میکنم. از روی از او شما همتون از هر دو ویدیو را گرفته شما همتون در تابلو دسکتاپ خودتان یعنی این قدم ها رو تکمیل میکنین، در تابلو پابلیک پروفایل خودتان اپلود میکنین. لینک اونو میشه که اپلود کردیم برای ما شریک میسازیم که شما این کار انجام دادین و در آنلاین پروفایل تابلو شما اینمی پورتفولیو جور شده. لذا ما شما یک سرتیفیکیشن از کاگل میگیریم در دیتا ویژوالایزیشن. تابلو پابلیک امی انالیتیکس شما چی میکنین؟ اپلود میکنین و در پالیش یک دیتا ست انتخاب میکنین. دیگه بخیر باز ما شما یک کمپیتیشن در کاگل هم میداشته باشیم و رو باز ما براتون پسان لینک شروع میکنم. هفته آینده بخیر مدل جدید شروع میکنم. سوال اگه باشه، کسی اگه چیزی رو نفهمیده باشه لطفاً بگویه و سوال بکنه. حتی اگه در جریان درس نمیشه بعد از اون سوال میکنم بکنه، من حاضر هستم برش تشریح کنم. دیگه بهتری است که درس ها رو تعقیب بکنیم و می پورتفولیو وظایف براتون داده میشه به خاطر خود شما مفید است امیرت انجام بدین. اگر نمیفهمین بسیار علاقمندی است که مثلا بر من تماس بگیریم و براتون تشریح کنم که می کار انجام بدیم به کمک یکدیگر. دیگه شما کوشش کنیم که یه تکمیل کنیم. درس ما تکمیل شد. اگر سوال دارین سوال کنیم. امید سوال داره سوال کن.
Thank you, sir, for the session. It was very informative. I would like to know about the due date for this assignment that you have, that you will share the. a supplementary video for that. Yeah, the Tableau.
تا که ما لینک تابلو رو تکمیل نکردیم براتون روان نکردیم اساینمنت از پیش ما تقاضا ندارم نه، یعنی هر وقتی که ما تکمیل کردم او رو روان کردم براتون، باز حداقل یک هفته وقت بر شما میتونم که او رو تکمیل کنیم تابلو پابلیک. لیکن اساینمنت دیتا ویژوالایزیشن سرتیفیکیت از کاگل او آخر هم هفته آینده باید تکمیل کنیم و بسیار چیز ساده است و شما یاد دارین کلتان میفهمید. او رو باید خلاص کنیم دیگه. کامپیتیشن و دیگه موضوعات باز براتون پسان مدام از طریق گوگل کلاس روم براتون گفتم میرم قدم به قدم.